did it. I don't think, and I'm not exaggerating, that there is no person in this country that has done more for American public education than Secretary Dick Riley. Now, the third key is to focus on the classroom. I believe we need to pull funds out of bureaucracy and put them into the classroom. And you have to invest in modern schools in every neighborhood to keep class sizes small, to offer new technologies, and give kids room to grow. But really, America is indebted to the courageous South Carolinians from Clarendon County, nearby Clarendon County. You know, I'm learning my geography. Who in 1951 filed the first lawsuit against segregation. They wanted better schools and an equal education for children. That case became Brown against Board of Education. It desegregated our schools and changed our country for the better. So as Democrats, we know that opportunity means jobs and an economy that works for everyone. Everyone should have a clear shot, a fair shot. That means harnessing the economic engine of entrepreneurship. And it means providing every American with a living wage. Why not Democrats be the party of economic growth, of innovation, of science, of high tech, of clean jobs? As Democrats also, we know that there's 60 million people without health insurance, whose opportunities are limited by either poor health and no health care. Step by step, we must provide accessible health care to every American. You know, in New Mexico, we had a huge problem. We had 26% uninsured. We're down under 20. But we began with the children. And today, every child under the age of 5 has access to quality health care. Every single child. And I believe that regardless of who runs for what, every American should have, as a basic human right, universal health care. I believe, as Democrats, we must recognize that with this opportunity also comes responsibility. President Bush's administration has forgotten its fiscal responsibilities, and our deficit is so large that it threatens Social Security and Medicare. We have to return to that fiscal responsibility, to pay-as-you-go policies. And here is where Chairman John Spratt is going to play a key role. You know, they might take a lesson from states. In everything our state did, we maintained fiscal discipline and kept a responsible, balanced budget. In fact, in New Mexico, it is an impeachable crime not to have a balanced budget. We cut, so I balanced the budget. We cut $230 million in government waste. We invested in our priorities, returned over $1 billion in taxes to hardworking middle-class families. And most of all, as Democrats, we have a responsibility to defend our nation and those who defend us. I believe that you cannot support our troops and ignore their families. Here's what I am proudest of in my 4 years as governor. Last year, a mother of one of our many fallen soldiers in New Mexico told me at the funeral of her 17-year-old Marine that she was getting $12,000 as a death benefit for her son's sacrifice to the nation. I was appalled. Greatest nation on earth. I knew they were debating this in the Congress to increase it. So I pushed at a time when we had resources in our state, and we approved in our legislature a $400,000 death benefit for every New Mexico soldier. 4,718 of them. And we became the first state in the nation to do this. And 36 states have followed our lead. Every American soldier deserves the peace of mind that if, God forbid, anything happens to them, their family will be taken care of. You know, I want to talk a little bit about foreign policy. As Democrats, we know that we need a new direction abroad. We need a new direction because a new realism in our foreign policy has been absent. For the last 6 years, we've witnessed this administration try to impose its ideology on the world. I believe we need to bring our foreign policy back to reality with a pragmatic, tough, and idealistic approach where we stand for our values. Here's what I believe we need to do. First, it's time to end our addiction to oil and build a clean energy economy. And as Energy Secretary to a great American president by the name of William Jefferson Clinton, I am proud that we improved efficiency standards. We saved our citizens billions in energy costs. Unfortunately, the president has abandoned these efforts. So how do we deal with this energy issue? What do we do about it? We don't need little energy bills here and there as the Congress passes. We need a man-on-the-moon effort to reduce our dependency on foreign oil. Go from 65% dependency today, 65%, to 20% by the year 2015, by increasing fuel efficiency and becoming the leader of the future economic engine of the world, such as renewable energy, solar, wind, conservation, fuel cells, biomass, ethanol, green buildings, solar roofs, fuel-efficient vehicles, climate change, and conservation, where everyone is going to have to do our share. And we can even create millions of jobs in these new renewable technologies. Second, number two, we need to find a few friends in this world. We need to rebuild our alliances and reinvigorate our allies. America's fight against terrorism, fighting nuclear proliferation, and our efforts to reconstruct Afghanistan and Iraq are not going to succeed without allies and alliances. Number three, global warming. Everyone's kind of talking about it. It's real. We need to be the world's leader. And that means basically owning up to grave environmental dangers too. I'm proud to say that my state is the first in the nation to follow the model of the Kyoto Protocol and mandate reduction in carbon emissions. That is important. Number four, American foreign policy needs to reflect American values. Prisoner abuse, torture, secret prisons, evasion of the Geneva Accords should have no place in our foreign policy. We should be a nation of human rights, of respect for democracy, of respect for trade unionism, of respect for alliances that build free and fair elections. Number five, I'm a border governor from New Mexico. And I have to tell you, we must secure our border. We have to have comprehensive immigration reform. But as a border governor, I want to tell you, it starts with securing our border.